Okay, welcome everybody to tonight's call. Our Mojo team call, it's so great. I love filling up the screen. Thank you for jumping on, and it's where we get to come together as a team and share a few ideas, maybe get a little personal development going, and just talk about what was exciting in your business this week. And so I always like to start with that. So if anybody's got, let's a couple people, what was exciting for you this week in your business? We'd love to hear.
All right, I'd like to speak. This is Ann Carter.
Hey, Ann.
I signed up 2 people this week.
Awesome.
So yeah, that's pretty cool.
Is that your most ever in a week?
Well, it seems like I have signed up. I'm losing count. I really am. It's like overwhelming me. I think I've got 4 or 5 new clients in just 2 weeks' time. So it's 10 days.
Super.
So it's just it's wonderful. It's a good feel. Like I say, I'm just excited, but I'm seeing a lot of squirrels today. So I'm having difficulty with my brain. So, and I would have been on time, but I got a new phone yesterday and I forgot my password.
Oh.
So
I want to see your face.
No, you don't. No, you don't. It's not as per usual. No, you don't. I'm sorry. I've mowed a yard, three yards, and I'm sweaty. And no. I'm old. I'm not young like you. I don't have a pretty face without makeup or hair looking better. You get my voice, and that's it, beautiful girl. Look at you, how sexy you look for us girls. your eye makeup. Anyways, you look beautiful. Seriously.
Oh, awesome. Ann, you're amazing.
Yes, thank you, Mary.
Ann is the little engine that could, and we're super excited for her because she is, in fact, that's going to be a great segue into what our little personal development part we're going to do tonight. But definitely the little engine that could. I think I'm going to need to find a prize for you for convention that represents that.
Oh, that would be cute.
Awesome. All right. Anybody else want to share?
I have a couple.
Okay.
I have, for one, I almost got the money put together to start certification. That's huge for me because I haven't had income for a few weeks other than what I've made, which is not a bad thing, what I've made here. So I'm excited to start that. I'm nervous, but excited.
Yeah.
And then I sold my most favorite prize pair of pants today because they were too big.
You sold them. Cool.
I sold them. They were like, I bought them and to spite the lady because she told me that she didn't have any large pants my size anymore because she sold them all. She didn't know what size I wore. So I bought them and I fit into them and I bulged everywhere out of them. And then the last few weeks, they're just hanging on me. So I posted them on the local yard sale page and I just sold them.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
That's so good. And you know, sometimes I love that because you'll hear, we've heard all kinds of things, haven't you guys? Have been around at convention, what people have had to do to get started in their business.
Yeah, selling all my fat clothes.
Yeah, there you go. That's good. Love it. Okay, thank you. Who else?
I'll go.
Yeah, you better, or I'm going to have to hurt you.
Yesterday was awesome. I had 2 new clients in awesome action yesterday, or 2 new coaches. Brett is one. I thought he had booked me on my You Can Book Me, and I thought it was just a call with his wife, whose name is Jen. But it was actually a call with his coworker's wife named Jen and him. So it turned into a double interested call. They both want to hop on the train and do this. So he has 2 new clients. And he navigated it like a pro, like honestly, because I have to say, guys, get on as many Habits of Health calls as possible. encourage your clients to get on as many as possible because this is what made the difference for him. And he sounded like he's been coaching for years.
Yes.
I mean, his wife is his first client, and she's been on program for 2 weeks. And then really these are legit his first clients. And I cannot even tell you, he sounds like he could be running a call. Wow. I mean, and he's a shy guy. He's not a very outward guy, but he has found his passion. That's really cool. So this all happened right as my other new coach, Nick, decided to go big on Facebook literally at the same time. So I reverted to Mary, who graciously stepped up, and I had to help her kind of through it. And she had booked, by the time I was done with the interested calls, she had 7 interested calls booked for me over the next couple of days. So she is hot in action, and she just booked a couple more today. I think there's like 13 now. So it's going to be a busy weekend, but I'm so excited.
And it's your birthday. And it's your birthday.
Yay!
Oh, happy birthday.
Thanks. It's actually tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I'll be doing auction flowers for our school's auction and interested calls.
Yeah.
Most of the day.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
But no, I'm excited.
So, as she gets going, so 13, some of those you're going to be able to be listening to her, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's so cool when they do a lot in a row because you really get, this is like practicing anything a lot in a row. You end up being much more competent at it, and you don't have that space. Truly, I was watching the thread. I was watching how she was responding to people on her Facebook. Excitement and results is all she focused on.
But because I made her watch the Gina Eccles video before we did anything. Mm-hmm. I said, don't do anything. I'm not even giving you the next step until she watched that video, because I knew she was wanting to go on Facebook. So it made a huge difference. Mm-hmm. So she just came out knowing what to do. It happened all at once. It was fresh. There wasn't any reminders needed.
Yep.
Sent her a couple verbiage of this is what to send, and she rolled with it.
Yep. And she would put a snapshot of what the conversation, and she was answering just honestly with excitement and results. That's all she answered when people want to know. And she'd just say, look, you know me, I'm skeptical. I wouldn't even be talking about it if it didn't work. What time do you want to talk? And move it to the phone, and not sit there and do texting back and forth. She just kept moving. So you guys, people buy excitement and results. That is who they're interested in, what it is you have to say. So if you're overthinking it, you're overthinking it. Just make it fun. Just make it fun. That's cool. All right. So let's get going here. We'll get cracking. And I'm excited we've got a lot of action going with a lot of new coaches on our team, and some coaches that are still getting their, feet on the ground and ready to get rolling. And that's exciting too. And we just, all of it, it takes us as business coaches or mentor coaches, going back to the basics, right? We always want to really get those fundamentals completely set, just like Nicole. She held Nick's feet to the fire. Before you do anything, you've got to listen to this. And just know that your mentor is there to literally help you every step of the way. One thing that your mentor cannot do, does anybody know one thing your mentor cannot do?
Cannot do it for you.
Can't do it for you. That's a good one. So now what else? That's a good one.
Can't make the decision for you to do it.
What?
Can't make the decision for you to do it.
Okay. Can't make you do it. That's like making you do it. What else? What's the other one I'm looking for?
Read your mind.
Yes. We cannot read your mind. So we don't know. I get to, right now, you guys, I can see a postage stamp of what's going on in your world. That's it. Right? I can see Nicole's at work, and I can't see what's going on with Sally. But Sarah, she's
rolling around somewhere, driving. Twilight looks like she's at home, but I can't see what your lives are like every day. When you partner, I want you to think business. If you owned a business and you had a partner and that partner never checked in with you, how effective could you be as partners?
You couldn't.
Tiny bit. So you have to be humble enough to step back and go, okay, they don't know what my time is like, what I got some freedom to do, and who I'm talking to. So you want to be like really as connected as possible. Welcome, Brett. Your coach just gave you an awesome shout out. We heard you did amazing on your call last night.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And thank you, Nicole.
And I'm just curious, Brett, how much did having had listened to the Habits of Health calls, how much did it help you with doing that?
It helps a ton. It gives you lots of confidence too.
There you go, guys. Habits of Health University. That's what that is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we were talking earlier about the whole idea of partnering together with your coach. And we all know that there's a lot of things we don't know when we are first starting out. So I have this really fun video I want to show. Let me just pull it up again. Okay. I accidentally closed it, didn't realize it. Okay, let me share my screen, and I'm hoping should be able to hear all this. Hopefully.
It's just, there's all this pressure, you know? And sometimes it feels like it's right up on me, and I can just feel it, like literally feel it in my head, and it's relentless, and I don't know if it's going to stop. I mean, that's the thing that scares me the most, is that I don't know if it's ever going to stop.
Yeah. Well, you do have a nail in your head.
It is not about the nail.
Are you sure? Because, I mean, I'll bet if we got that out of there.
Stop trying to fix it.
No, I'm not trying to fix it. I'm just pointing out that maybe the nail is causing.
You always do this. You always try to fix things when what I really need is for you to just listen.
See, I don't think that is what you need. I think what you need is to get the nail
See, you're not even listening now.
Okay, fine. I will listen. Fine.
It's just, sometimes it's like, there's this achy, I don't know what it is. And I'm not sleeping very well at all. And all my sweaters are snagged. I mean, all of them.
That sounds really hard.
It is. Thank you. Ow!
Oh, come on. If you would just...
Don't.
Try to see things my way. Do I have to keep on talking till I can't go on? We can work it out. We can work it out.
Oh, it doesn't even turn off. Okay, there we go. There we are. Are we back? Oh no. Did I lose you guys? Tell me I didn't. Oh, there we go. Okay, sorry. I thought I lost you. All right. Is that awesome or what? Do you love that video? It's a crack up because it's kind of a little bit like when you're first starting to work together as teams, partners, you're learning to listen to each other, right? And one side might think like, no, it's my friends are going to think this. And your mentor's like, actually, they're not really thinking about you. They're thinking about themselves. But if I do this, this will happen. Well, maybe let's just try it and see what happens. What do you want? What would you like to have? Oh, I want to leave my job. I want to have more money. I want to have more time with my family. Okay, here's what we got to do. You're not listening, right? And it's kind of that back and forth, and you have to learn how to have that conversation with each other, and especially when you're learning. So I just thought that would bring a little bit of humor into the idea of there's going to be a lot of places where it might feel a little uncomfortable as you're getting going. Can you think about, as new coaches or existing, who has a nail? Who's had a nail? And what was it? Go ahead, just speak up. What was your nail so far, or have you had one?
I have. So Charlotte, okay, so my nail was I always thought people were gonna just come to me, and I never actually reached out to anybody until maybe month 3. So I just let all these people come to me, and I never went out to share the gift. So my nail was, they'll always come to me. Well, no, they won't always come to you. They won't even know that you exist until you talk about it with them.
Okay, good. All right. Anybody else who has a nail?
I did. This is Ann.
Yeah.
Under the blanket here. So you can't see me. No, seriously, the nail for me was, I guess, personal development, which I'm still working on, but also getting out of my own way.
Okay, excellent. Good. Who else?
Not talking like, can I say one more thing?
Yeah.
Okay. So like, for instance, I shouldn't call them right now. You know, they're probably having dinner, they're probably this or that, or, you know, so talking myself out of making a phone call when I should just fight through the fear or move through the fear and just go on and just do it, you know, and leave a nice message on the phone if they don't pick up.
Good. Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Great one.
And for me, it was like, who am I to be contacting or talking to these people? Like, some of them, like one's a politician that actually came to me, and the leader of the communications for dispatch in this area. I'm like, why are they going to even listen to me? Like, I'm insignificant. What do I have to offer them?
Good.
And that's huge. That's big for me. I'm still battling that nail in the forehead.
Yeah.
Still, that's hard for me to overcome. I do a lot of self-talk. Still working on it.
Good. Guess what? Here's a tip from the top. You'll always work on it. It won't ever go.
I will. You're right. Yeah. Someday it won't be as hard to deal with.
Yeah, you'll be used to it. So it feels like, there that is again. There's that funny little talking. There's that sound.
Clapping hands when I think about their name.
Yeah, there you go. Forgetting their name before you go in to talk to them. Right?
Yeah.
Right? Okay, good. Who else?
I guess my hang up would be like just being a fraud, I guess.
Okay. Like what? How? How is Sarah Dukes a fraud? I don't believe it for a second.
Well, I know. Well, probably, who am I to tell somebody how to lose weight?
Okay.
Yeah.
Anybody else felt like that?
Mm-hmm.
How am I going to know what to do? Yeah.
Like, you don't have enough information. What if they ask me this? Or what if they ask me about this? I don't even know. What am I going to tell them?
Okay.
Can I say something about that, Lisa?
Yeah.
I would think that all the time too. And my nail in the head was asking for help. I have a really hard time asking for help because I'm a do-it-myself kind of gal. And that was probably the hardest thing for me. I can relate very much to what Ann was saying also. But what I have found, though, is when you don't have all the answers, it makes other people feel like they can do what we do. Because when we have all the answers and we know everything, they're like, I can't do that.
Yeah.
So I've actually, and that's only been recent, but that's actually been something that's gone in my brain. I fought that for a long time. So now I actually sometimes will be like, you know what? I really don't know that. I'm gonna ask my awesome coach team and see if I can find that information for you. Or, hey, maybe we can learn it together. If you come across that, let me know.
It's true. I did that with my team. I just have to like puff up my chest and like some of these people, I just have to talk to them. I just have to do it, and I know that, and I'm working on it.
Good.
It's getting better each day.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Okay. So that's my good segue here. And keep thinking about your nail, because for you, it's real, right? Just like, and it's something to work on. You know, and we call it sometimes our obstacle or what's in the way. But I'm going to do another. This is super fast, so nobody hold me like up to somebody who's really good at doing this. Because I thought I'm going to just put this on a slide in here because it would be a lot easier if you can see it. Hopefully. Okay. So can you see that, you guys?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So everything you're talking about, all these things, Nicole alluded to it, Lisa, you alluded to it, Charlotte, it comes down to time and consistency. And as you think back what everybody's comments were, there's another piece to this. Think for a second, what was the most common single letter used in everybody's comment?
I.
And what happens when we make it about us?
Takes the pressure off.
No, it puts the pressure on. Who misses out if we make it all about how we're feeling and us? Who misses out?
The potential client.
Yeah. So it's about fear, right? When we make it about us, it's generally because we're worried about how we're going to feel. And while it's very valid, for sure, the thing that cures it is action. And being in action over time and being consistent. So this is I just want to do a thing really quick on managing our emotions, because that's kind of what we're talking about. Is one thing you do learn to do and you get better and better at as time goes by and as you practice is how to manage our emotions. And so I can see this is kind of off already, but we'll go with it anyway. Let's see. I don't think if I can. Oops, back. Okay. So let's talk about for a second, what does a no actually mean? And Charlotte and I kind of, I called her just before and we kind of, it's helpful to me when I'm putting this together if I can like bounce it off to somebody out loud. My brain gets going. But no we a lot of times we think, oh no, oh my gosh, I feel shut down. And have you ever noticed that as soon as you get a yes, you're like, oh, I forgot about that no. Oh, that was no big deal because now I have a bunch of yeses. I mean, Anne, that's a perfect example. A year ago, did you get a lot more no's than you do now? She's on mute.
Yes. I was muting myself so I didn't make any noise. Yes.
So
a lot more no's.
And the thing is, you just stay in action. So a no is you're just that much closer to a yes. A no
Absolutely.
Not yet. A no could mean I don't have enough information. A no could mean too much information. How many of you guys have thrown up on people? Right? No could mean I can't see the bottom, but I think it says not enough info, right? I think is what that says. I can't read it. It could mean they weren't really present. Maybe they had a bunch of stuff going on in the background. You were on in the car, the kids were screaming, they didn't really hear it all. They just don't know what, not yet type thing. They could be, a no could mean they're just super skeptical, maybe in their husband, how they're worried about what their husband or their spouse or their friends are going to think. Or it might be they feel sold and not really heard. So there's a lot of ways that we might get a no, but the question is, how do these become yeses? And let's just talk about that for a second. So I'm going to come off the big screen here. How can we make no's become yeses? When you look at that list, How can a no become a yes?
I guess you can ask them, does anything not make sense? Was there something about that you didn't understand?
Okay.
Am I clear? Like, are you understanding what I'm explaining? I guess just ask them.
Yeah, what questions do you have? Was everything clear? Okay, great. And that's on the script, right? There's a place for that on the health assessment. Okay. I don't know why this is showing. What else?
Be available.
Okay, explain.
During and after, I mean, just let them know if something comes up later, if, you know, because a lot of people might not want to say anything like that, or, you know, they might not be able to express it, and they might think about it after, and just make sure they know you're available to them even after the phone clicks.
Good. Yeah, you want to keep those relationships alive, still be friends. It's not a matter of if they come today. How many of you guys actually joined the program the first time you heard about it?
Me.
You did, but your wife helped you, right? Join.
Yeah, I was ready. I asked her to help. I need help finding something, and she brought it up, and I was all in from the beginning. So
Good. Okay. Anybody else that jumped on board the first day? So
I did, Mary.
did you?
Yeah, yep.
And this is which one?
This is Aaron. I don't know if it's showing or not. My video is muted or off.
Okay. So we have about, I don't know, 10 people on here. There's 2 out of 10. That's pretty good ratio of maybe what we would say credit card throwers, people that might just they've already heard, they're ready, they were prepared because they've been, I don't know, they couldn't fit their clothes that morning. So you're going to get some of those, but for the rest of them, what we want to do, and I can't get this, oh, it doesn't want to, let's see if I can get that to go. All I'm getting is big black, oh, the time plus consistency is going to create the relationship. And that's what we're about. We're a relational business, and just really taking a look. So if you go back to that video, the nail, even when, you know, he finally listens to her and he wants to give her a kiss, she feels like, oh, he finally heard me. And they bump heads again.
I'm not asking,
like, oh my God, you're kidding.
I'm asking, like, is that maybe part of the problem? I mean, I don't know. I still think it's.
Let's see if I can find that. Who's
got back? Not being bad at all.
Gary, mute Gary.
I'll tell you what they are right now.
Okay, maybe Gary. Hey, Gary, we're glad you're here. Okay, there it is. The whole piece about, I don't know why that won't come on, but you guys can see it. I'm going to take it off of here anyway. It's all about being consistent and time. And what that does is build relationships. This is a relational business. It's why we don't send them a website. It's why we don't try to answer it all in text, because you can't feel you can't feel emotion in text. I mean, you can do emojis, but you know, it's not really gonna. That can even be mistaken too. And time and consistency. And as you do follow the structure that we have, you're going to see that you'll get more and more confident with the process. It'll feel less and less like there's a billion websites. Anybody feel like there's a lot of websites? And if you just step back and said, oh, well, that's actually just, those are subjects, right? This is for this is for this. I mean, as far as client support and all the things that are possible for them, imagine if we didn't have that and we were saying, gosh, you know what, they should have a doctor's call. My gosh, I wish they'd have a call talking about the habits of health. How many of you guys, like Sally, we have a habits of health call, but she wants to do another habits of health call in our client site to be more relational with those who are right there, who maybe aren't getting on, right? So there's different ways to look at it, and it's all in how you perceive it. Thank goodness that there's a lot of tools. So I'll just give you this example and then we'll open it up for comments. But imagine, okay, so some of you guys know that one of my pastimes or hobbies is flipping houses, right? And maybe you haven't seen me with my tool belt on, but imagine if I was trying to build a house and I had a hammer and a saw and a screwdriver. I mean, it keeps the tool belt from not being so heavy because you know what? After a while, it kind of gets annoying. It gets heavy. What if I didn't have a tape measure? And I just measured from fingertip to here because it was sort of good. Sort of good. Right? Or I just said, oh, just cut that board my height. That'll work. So what you have are a lot of tools. And what we'll try to do, if you'll allow us, if you'll be transparent, right? Really actually lock arms, because remember, we can't read your mind. We'll do our best, however. But if ever you're feeling like overwhelmed, that just means there's a lot of information coming. I don't believe, even when somebody feels overwhelmed, I never worry about, oh, are they not going to want to do this anymore? I mean, this, you guys, anybody not here believe that this is not the most fantastic opportunity that has come your way since, I don't know, white bread?
Like the only opportunity that's come my way, literally.
Has any of you ever done a network marketing company and you might earn $50 a month? You only once in a while somebody you know might have earned a little bit more. Like right from the gate, you can make $400 or $500 a month pretty easy if you apply yourself, right? Get into action like what Nick did. Lisa, you did that. Brett, you've been doing that. Aaron's been doing that. Sally's, all you guys, Twyla, you guys have all done it. Some of you, though, start and stop. It's hard. It's hard to get off the ground. That makes it, you got to put a lot of energy. So consistency, even through the nose, just know you're learning to manage your emotions, and there's a yes right around the corner. And you know, about every 2 out of 10 people, it's really true, will throw their credit card at you. And if you are excited and showing results, they want what you have. Because honestly, none of us are experts. Is anybody here a doctor? Anybody been trained on how to lose weight? No. And yet, everybody's got clients. So you see, the tools are out there. We just want to show excitement and results. When we get discouraged, it's all good. Reach out to your mentor and say, hey, can you help lift my chin a little? I'm getting too worried about myself. I need to do a checkup from the neck up, whatever all those sayings are. We've all heard them. That's what it means, right? Yeah, we all know how to gain weight. We just don't know how to lose weight. And we all know how to get too much in our head and make it about us. It's natural because we have fear. Fear wants to protect us, and protecting us is, ooh, I don't want to go there. I'm going to be uncomfortable, and I don't want to be uncomfortable.
That's true.
Yeah. Okay. So I have a couple things. Think about, for you, just really quick, since you started coaching, and it doesn't have to be the best answer in the world, but as soon as I say it, you're going to have a thought in your mind. And I want you to go with that thought, okay? Everybody raise their arm, please, first, and say, I will go with the first thought that comes to my mind, and I'll share. Ready? Everybody say, yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What has coaching offered you so far? Okay.
Financial freedom.
Financial freedom. Excellent. Great. Who's next? Go.
Personal
awareness.
Awareness. Good. Go ahead.
My own personal success.
Personal success on your own journey. Okay. Charlotte.
Options.
Options. Good. Who's Erin? Where'd she go? Okay, Sally. That was Sally.
New friends.
New friends. Awesome. Community. Lauren, sorry.
Sorry. Accountability.
Accountability. By the way, guys, Lauren's down 22.2 pounds today.
Yay!
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Sarah, what has it offered you?
It's offered me like a healthy mindset, like I'd never had one before.
And can
Like-
you just share that? I mean, honestly, can you feel that? Does that sound like a fraud?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Okay. Gary, what has it offered you? Oh, wait. You're muted. Hang on. Okay, go ahead. One more.
Structure.
Structure. Woo! Brett, what's it offered you?
A future.
Future. Out of the post truck, right? The postal truck.
Well, not just that, just the future as far as self-esteem and a life besides huddled in my house.
Nice. Nice. I love it. Lucy. Are you there? Unmute if you are. Nicole.
Travel and less time at my less back-breaking time at my nail table.
Excellent. And for me, I could say all of those things, like literally, but I think first and foremost definitely has been financial options. Just learning to have that abundant mindset that I didn't have before, and still got ways to go, but really fun. Okay, so you guys, here's my next challenge. In our client site, so how many of you know that, okay, here's another quiz. I always like to throw out these quizzes. See, if I had little treats, surprises, not treats, I'd throw them out to you. Okay, so I'm throwing out a prize. On Facebook, does Facebook love text, photo, or Facebook Live the most?
Facebook Live.
Facebook Live.
Is it
And
live?
which one gives you the most fear?
Facebook Live.
Facebook Live.
Yeah. Okay, so let's do it where it's somewhere safe. We have a coach site, right? Some of you guys are in 6 steps to senior coach. Some of you are in 6 steps and Mojo. I'm going to challenge you all to go into one of those groups and do a short Facebook Live about what coaching has done for you. Who will join me in that challenge? It's just us, you guys. It doesn't have to be super long. In fact, Charlotte, I had her go in today and do a sample. Okay? So you can go watch hers. You can write it down. I don't even care if you do this. I'm Mary George, and I just want to say I'm super excited about coaching because I can't remember even though I wrote it down. I don't even care what you say. Just get in front of the camera, get used to doing it, because the more you do it, it's crazy how many people actually love it and follow you. I'm amazed sometimes, today even. What happened? Let's see, I was out somewhere, and I made reference. Oh. A gal came, a house cleaner. I was hiring a house cleaner today. And I said, oh, you got to look at my little kitties. And I took her over, showed her in the corner, and she said, oh, yeah, are those the ones that were on your Facebook? I saw that. What? And she actually would be a client tonight, except she wants vegan, and we don't really offer vegan, so can't really help her.
Someday.
Yeah, that's a hard one. But anyway, it's okay. We'll keep her in community. We'll see what we can offer her. But it's interesting what people, they love to see it, and they feel like, oh my gosh, that person must be really confident. I like that. That's somebody I'd like to get to know. So if you practice it somewhere safe, you can practice it. I just give you a free license here. When you have a great, just like tell what's exciting, go into the Facebook group and just do a quick live. You guys, I'm going to tell you what's so exciting. And if you can't get it all worked out, at least do the text. Like that's how we can feed off of each other, energy. Let's let each other know what we're doing. Let's cheer each other on. Let's build a strong community in there. That's part of what makes this so fun is just like many of you said, new friends, and that will be lifelong friends, right? And renewed friends. Okay, anybody have any last minute thoughts or things they want to say or questions? I want to make sure we leave it open for that.
I will do a Facebook Live on Mojo or something, but not today.
You can do it with the blanket over your head.
I'm not as beautiful as my daughter-in-law.
I'm telling you, leave the blanket on your head and do the title, Blanket Over My Head. And but I'm doing it because I mowed 3 lawns today. I'm super sweaty, but I don't care because I'm now. I can do that. I couldn't have done that 4 years ago or whatever it's been. And then you know what? You're going to have people who reach out to you. That's a new client. I dare you. If you do it, I bet you'll get a new client.
And then, dude, chapter 2 will be the blanket comes off.
And I thought that you said Mojo to get used to it. You want me to go out there live to the world?
Yes.
Yeah, I might. Yeah, that would be. Yeah, I do something silly like that.
People just want to be real.
And it's not as scary as it sounds. It's really not. Once you get doing it, it's really not scary. It's just like you just talk like you're talking to somebody.
It's like you're talking to your friend. It's like your friend.
Okay, so I'm gonna have a towel over my head, and we'll talk through the towel, right?
Yep.
God, they will definitely not sign up with me. that would be a guarantee right there. You know what? It would be better for me to go on and stand tall with my shoulders back and have a smile and maybe put some lipstick on. Maybe that might help. And just go in there and say, you know, I don't feel comfortable about myself, but I just wanted to say that I've had an awesome day mowing the yard, and that I love what I do, health coaching, and I've had financial freedom. I don't know what I'll say. I don't know. Just give me a minute.
Yeah, okay. Out of that, never disparage yourself. Like when you're starting it, that's the one tip I'll say. Don't start off with, I'm breaking free and trying something new. Like if that's how you want to say it, so that you don't sound like you're a expert. But just leave all the negative out. You won't need any of that because.
No, we don't need any negative. No.
Yep. Okay, you guys. Any other thoughts? You want to questions?
Yeah, I want to share. Okay. Nicole really pushed a little, challenged me to make a list and make some phone calls. And because I have all of these, I have multiple nails, I think, at times. And so she said, okay, we're going to talk in the morning to tell me how many, how you did. And so the first person I called, I just went through my phone and thought, okay, well, I can't call this one. I can call it. Anyway, the first one I called, I said, hey, I don't know if you've been watching my Facebook pages, but I just wanted to share something with you. And, told her kind of my story. And she goes, I know. And you know what? Just today, I've been thinking that I needed to call you.
Wow.
So it was pretty amazing.
Yeah.
So she's like, I'm just done. I don't like the way I feel, whatever. And so, if I got out of my way.
Good. People are waiting for that.
That was hard. I had to use Sally's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 a couple of times before I did it.
Yay, community. Awesome. Good.
You did it. You felt amazing afterward, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's a reason why. There's nothing happens by chance. There's a reason why these people pop into our head.
Right.
I've had that happen multiple times.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. Glad it happened to you.
Me too.
Yeah, great. All right, you guys. Well, it's been great to share this evening with you. I just want to remind you of 2 great things coming up. Saturday, 7 a.m. is Growing Global call. It's a training call, and they're going to start with the basics. I believe this Saturday has to do with the health assessment. Really consider investing compared to what we get paid. I was going to say this really quick. So how many of you guys have a college education? Okay. How many of you got paid when you went and sat your rear end in the chair at school? Did anybody get paid to go?
Nope.
How many of you came out with debt? Okay, and you had to go out and redo all that, right?
Mhm.
This university, you get paid as you go. The more you put into it, the more you get paid. That's just the way it is. It's not the I show up, I click a time clock, and the boss pays me what the job is worth. You get paid what value you bring to the marketplace. And it's not just being on a million training calls either. Those do help, but you have to actually get into action, right? So these calls are action-based. They're there for you to be able to learn and then put into action. Honestly, if you do what they show you and you actually do it multiple times, you can grow very quickly because there are so many people in need. It's just how many people you talk to. It is really a numbers game. How many people can you talk to, and what are my skills? So all these no's can be overcome with competency, which comes from practice. Practice doing it, practice doing it, practice. Manage your emotions. Hey, you know what? At least I'm not getting paid by the hour. Practice, practice, practice. At the end, you don't want to be working for the man. You want to be working for you, for your goals, your dreams, travel, whatever, new clothes, retirement, whatever that is for you. There's so much here to be offered. So Saturday morning, make it a priority. If for some reason you cannot get on live, make sure that you have it as soon as you can, even later that day. Get the playback. It's in the group. The playback will be in the group, and plug it in and listen. And then make a point to get with your mentor and say, I'm going to do this today. From this call, I learned this, and I just want you to know what I'm committing to. And you're not committing to Charlotte or myself or Nicole or whoever your coach is. You're committing to you. You're just asking us to remind you of it. Hey, how'd it go? How'd those go? How'd those 3 things go that you're going to do? And then the second thing is, don't miss convention. I'm telling you. It is where people who go to conventions, their businesses grow. I can't give you the energy that's there. I wish that I could bottle it and bring it back, but it doesn't happen. There's something about the commitment of going, hearing and meeting people, getting to see Dr. A, Dan Bell, all these people that you see, but they're very real, very personal. You might end up on multiple elevator rides with Dr. A. It's happened. You might end up in the van going to dinner with Dr. A, right? Yeah. It's great to get to know them, to see how real this company is. There's no pretenses, and how genuine, what an awesome community is. So if there's any way whatsoever and you want to go, let your business coach know, and let's go to work and figure out how to make it happen, because it can. And for you who have been around a little bit longer, and not, because when you're brand new, you get your ticket for $199. So you get a certain amount of months. I don't remember how many months you have till then. Do you remember, Charlotte, or Nicole, how many that is? But if not, I do know of one ticket that's for sale. She's very anxious to have it bought. And so you could do that $199 for that. And I think there's a transfer fee or something. Certainly we'd be happy to help her out if that works. We share rooms. There's guy rooms. So guys don't have to share beds, but they can share a room. however you want to work it out. Sometimes they just sleep on the floor if you want it to be less, but we can make it work. And I promise you won't regret it. Yeah.
So how long do we have to get our ticket?
I
know it's in July, right?
Up until, I mean, unless it sells out, but I don't know that it will. Maybe. I don't know what size hotel this is. They're expecting about 5,000 people this year, which will be double over next. Over last. But I would say you've still got time, and we can check in to see. I don't remember what the new coach time frame is. I think I want to say it's either 60 days or 6 months. But I kind of think it's 6 months. Right, so it could be right up to then. And we do have rooms right now. I think 14 spaces available, like that. So I encourage you to stay near the group. We try to stay where it's less expensive if we can, but I discourage, I'll just say, going off and staying like at an Airbnb or something, because the travel, it ends up being more expensive. You got to pay to park the car, and if you got somebody there can run you back and forth, fantastic. But let us know. I'll be putting a doc together that has who's going, what the flight times are. So if you need to match up within your city, and talk to your clients about going. There's a client track. Just invite them. You'd be amazed at people that go, yeah, that'd be awesome. I'd love to go. Right?
Now they can go just being a client. They don't have to be a coach.
Yep. There's a whole client track just for clients, and they actually have an afternoon with Dr. A.
Nice. Oh, that's good to know.
Sarah is a coach today because her coach went to convention as a client.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. All right, you guys, thanks for getting on. We went a little bit long. Hope you don't mind. But, Charlotte's got one thing.
I just wanted to make sure everybody knew Saturday's call is at 7 Pacific time, so that's 10 a.m. Eastern time.
Yep. Thank you.
8
And
o'clock for
there's multiple posts about it in Mojo. You see the picture, click it open. It'll tell you the number and the time. Okay. All right. See ya.
Thanks.
Bye.
Thanks, Mary.
You bet. Bye.